Hi guys, it's been a few days, so here's a little catch up of what's been going on in my life. On Thursday, I went to see my wonderful doctor. Um, it, it's always a trying experience to go see the doctor because over the last 12 years, I've developed a lot of anxiety going to see the doctor. In fact, the last few years, whenever I'd have to go to the doctor, I would go with Jan just because it's just too difficult for me to go by myself and be rejected time and time again. I think it's only a natural, like Pavlovian reaction to um, getting kind of the door shut in my face so many times. So even though my doctor is great and amazing and helpful and all of the wonderful characteristics he has, um, I still get nervous. And funny enough, Jan also got nervous before, and so it's like you just can't kind of separate yourself from that um, after so many years. The meeting went pretty well, and he's pretty happy with how I'm doing, given, I mean, the massive amount of pills that are being thrown at my body right now. And it was helpful to get some extra information. And Yeah, so um, the appointment went pretty well. It's for me, it's difficult to see him on top of the anxiety that I feel before. After seeing him, it's always very tricky for me because I'm very moved that a doctor is helping me. Um, I'd lost hope in the last years that that could ever happen. Um, I'd been to see so many doctors, different specialists with different issues, and never, or maybe once, there was one doctor that was kind and helped me and actually found that I had a herniated disc in my back. So when a doctor takes me seriously, usually he finds something. But um, a lot of the doctors that I saw, or 95% of the doctors I saw, did not take me seriously. And now that I have a doctor that does and that I trust, I realize just how important that is and how it's missing in society. That idea that the compassion from the doctor to the patient is like a necessary element of healing process. You need to, as a patient, you need to have the impression that your doctor gives a shit, because then you can trust him with your health, right? How do you trust another person to tell you do this and you'll be well, or don't do that, or whatever? That element of trust between patient and doctor is very, very important, and I think it starts with empathy. The doctor feeling empathy towards the patient, and what they're going through, and only then can they kind of hold their hand through the healing process. Um, and so, yeah, as I said, it moves me a lot to see my doctor. I usually cry like the day after and kind of have to go through those emotions because I honestly can't really believe that this is happening to me and that I'm so lucky. Um, Other than that, I started my last antibiotic, Flagyl, so Metronidazole, which is a really, really, really brutal one. I've taken it before and it messed me up quite a bit. I'm starting with a low dose, and even with just one pill a day, I'm supposed to get to four. The last 2 days have been really, really brutal. Today's the first day in 3 days where I've been able to keep my breakfast down. So things are improving a little bit already, but it's kicking my ass. It's really, really kicking my ass. I'm still capable of walking, but my energy level has just been like slashed right as I started that medication. It just like really, really hits me right where it hurts. Yesterday I got to spend some time in the park with friends, which was really awesome. It was really nice. But it exhausted me, and it was so frustrating because even walking to and back from the bathroom, I had to go twice, and one time I went, and as I walked back, it was a bit uphill, and I just wasn't able to make it. Jan had to come and carry me the last like 20 meters or something, and it's frustrating. Above all, there's a lot of emotions I could have about those kinds of things having to happen, but mostly it's just frustration at the lack of control that I have, a lack of ability. So I guess it's just more patience is required, and so that's what I'll be working on. Um, and hopefully, within a few days, the flagell effects will be lessened a little, and my body will learn to tolerate it better and better.